Hey YouTubers, it's RcMike. Here's a kit that I told myself I was not going to get. The original car that came out, I did get, and I like it for what it is. However, they eventually came out with a kit version of it, and I kind of was not all that interested in doing the kit until I started looking into it. I kind of forced myself not to look at it, but once I started, looking at it and looking at all the features and looking what people were doing, it was almost like I had to do it, so I couldn't stop myself from getting it. So anyway, we're going to open this thing up and show you what we have here. And like I say, this kit was something that I just didn't want to get into because I wasn't totally in love with what kind of vehicle it was. Everybody was doing things to it that I didn't feel like was, I don't know, didn't really fit the model until I started looking into things and working with the kit I do have. I have the ready to run version, and I wanted to do something different with the kit version completely from my ready to run, so it was almost like I had to do it. So anyway, this is what we've got in here. This is, maybe you can tell, the Optic H10 builder's kit, which most of the time I don't get all that excited about, new kits and whatnot, but this one, for whatever reason, the idea of not being able to pick the color, at first I was like, well, that's probably not gonna work out too good, and I kind of dismissed it like, that's not something I'm gonna do. And until I started looking at the colors, and it was like, wow, all the colors are great, so it was like, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna get, but that's kind of half the fun. So I feel like whatever color is in this kit, I feel like it doesn't really matter because it's going to be great. There's a few that I like more than others, but in all honesty, I'd be okay with any of the colors, I think. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to open this thing up, and you can see this tab is still, as you can see, this tab is still intact, so it has not been opened yet. So we're going to open it here, right here on film here. We'll just cut that seal open and see what we got in here. And like I say, I'm super excited with this vehicle, and to get to the point of why I didn't want to get it is this truck, this kit is really designed like a small bomber. And with the bomber, it's not really a crawler. It's more of like a King of the Hammers race truck, And this this H10 Optic is exactly that, except it's a little bit smaller. And to be quite honest, I think Vanquish has really hit a home run with this car. This car is going to be, I think, a hit for quite some time. So as we're getting ready to open this box, I'll just show you. This is my ready to run Sparco version of the H10 here. One of the issues that I think people are running into with this truck is what is it exactly? And to be quite honest, it's really whatever you want it to be. I originally was really hesitant about turning it into a rock crawler because the chassis screams, King of the Hammers, kind of a faster kind of race truck, and the styling that they've done is more of a race truck vehicle, and the truck handles so well under moderate speed, but not crawler speed. Not that it can't do crawler speed, but it's not really what it was designed to do. So I forced myself to, not turn it into a rock crawler. I have plenty of rock crawlers, and to be quite honest, the Capra against this thing, it's a pretty steep challenge for this Optic to keep up with a Capra that's been built up. So I really didn't want to turn it into a crawler. So I kept this one as a race truck, and one of the issues that I was having is I had these wheels, and these are just kind of not really a beadlock style or looking wheel, like a rock crawler wheel. I thought it was more, it looks more like a race truck wheel. And with the graphics on the body, I was like, I really want to use these wheels. And I've had these for a while, and I just never used them because I didn't feel like they went with anything. So these are the stock tires that come with the truck, and I put these wheels on. These are 1.9s, and they work totally fine. So when Vanquish came out with these tires, these are the Yokohama Geolanders, and they're a 2.2 wheel with 5.1 inches tall. Well, the height of these tires is pretty subtle compared to a 4.75. However, it does make a difference, and you end up with more ground clearance. The truck tends to drive over things a little easier. They're similar kind of looking tread as far as not being too aggressive, like a mud tire or a crawler tire that's got big lugs on it. But these work pretty well for kind of both crawler slash faster vehicle kind of thing, or King of the Hammer style driving. But the wheel of course wouldn't work with the 2.2, so I was kind of stuck. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to find the exact wheel for the 2.2. So I was super happy to get the same wheel and a bigger tire. So with all that being said, putting the bigger tires on this truck kind of gave me, some inspiration as far as what to do potentially with another car. Now, the kit had not been released at this time, and obviously when the kit did come out, I was kind of thinking, I don't really need another kit. I don't want to turn it into another fast car. And then it dawned on me, I should just do what everybody else is doing and turn it into a rock crawler, because these 525 is getting super popular. And to be quite honest, some of these cars just need a bigger tire, regardless of what you think or whatever. These 475s on some of these kits are just not big enough. And this particular car, it's got no fenders or no wheel wells to worry about the car, coming up and slamming into your body. So these bigger tires just work. And with more ground clearance and everything, it just kind of screams, rock crawler. So that's what got me into thinking, well, if we're going to do another kit, it's got to be a rock crawler. And to get one of these cars to do both well, it's kind of, you can do it. It just turns into something that it's not going to go super fast, and it's not going to go super slow. So you got to kind of pick which way you're going to go with it. And if you decide, I want to go faster, you kind of give up some crawling characteristics to some degree. And if you want to go slower or crawl with it, you kind of give up some faster characteristics. So it's one of those things where that's when you just have to have both of them. So you can build a truck specifically to go fast, and then build another one specifically to crawl. So anyway, that's where we're at. So with that, we're going to open this box and see what we have in here. So keep in mind, if you're staying tuned here, we have not opened this box yet. So we're doing this all together here. As far as what color we're getting, I have no idea yet. So this is kind of part of the exciting part of this kit is not knowing what you're going to get, which, like I say, originally I just thought, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. So anyway, so just for fun, this was the #1 color that I was actually looking for. It seems a little strange compared to, colors of other rock crawlers. I tend to go with red almost completely. I don't know why. I just I like a kind of a brighter RC car, and red has just kind of been my go-to. I've got more red cars than any other car, kind of substantially. So I'm super happy with this throttle therapy, kind of a teal looking color. In the camera it looks a little greenish or light green, but it's a rich looking color, and so honestly I'm super happy with this color scheme. This is perfect. I didn't want to throw myself under the bus and say what my number one color was going to be, but this is honestly it. So I couldn't be happier with any of the other colors. So this is super great. And if I had to pick, I probably would not have picked this one, because I always tend to go to a safe color, which is always red, even whether I'm painting it or buying it ready to run. So it's like, I'm happy that you couldn't choose. It kind of gets you out of your comfort zone. So anyway, those are the panels. And then for those that haven't built a Vanquish car, you're really missing something. It's like whoever put this thing together and designed it, and then manufactured it, they were on the lines with race cars and vehicles that were designed for the track. And the parts, it's plastic. However, the plastics are not like, a Tamiya or a Kyosho. The plastics are really well done. They're extremely strong, and they're just really well thought out. Everything on the optic is just really heavy duty. Like somebody really took their time and made it the way it should be. And lots of times that just isn't what manufacturers do. They just kind of throw stuff together, which, Vanquish has been putting out some of the best quality kits that you can buy. Now, as far as the other manufacturers, they haven't been in business as long, but to be quite honest, they hit the ground running, and it's been quite a while, but I've been doing RC since 1981, so back then things didn't always go together as well as you wanted, but these Vanquish kits are just perfect. So in any event, we're gonna get this thing assembled, and like I say, the links are perfect, the rod ends are great, this frame is great, just everything about all these pieces are really nice. This kit comes with nicer shocks. These drive lines are even nice. The plastic ones hold up. It's like you almost don't need to upgrade anything until you start, modifying it to do what you want to do. But as far as the quality of the kit, you almost can't get a better quality kit with the parts and the fitment of things. Somebody there is really paying attention to the build quality and the design to make sure that we're getting basically the best that this world can offer. And I really appreciate their attention to detail when they come up with this stuff that most manufacturers are just putting out stuff that will get by, but it's just not the quality of this Vanquish material. So with that's the kit version of the H10 optic, and I'm super stoked to get this kit and put it together, and we're gonna put it through its paces in a rock crawler aspect of it. And this one will be strictly kind of a slower, more nimble car, whereas the other one's kind of a little bit of a basher kind of car. It still does rock crawler stuff. It's just these things are so fun when they go a little faster that I couldn't not do a faster car with the ready to run. And when this kit came out, it being a kit, plus you could do whatever you want to it, I just had to make it, or I just had to turn it into a crawler. So with that, that's the H10 Optic. And if you can, like, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.